I started making
Bring.
just stupid songs on
Bing,
GarageBand.
bong, bong. It's fun, right?
It's really fun. It's fun and stupid dumb. Like
Yeah.
stupid dumb easy.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
So
And it makes you feel like you can make songs, but any song that you make on there you feel guilty about because you know you didn't really write it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like
that
this
you
isn't
just
your
kind of
music.
played the right sequence.
Yeah, you just put in the correct BPMs to go together. And
You happen to stay in the same key.
yeah.
All right, I did say it was stupid easy, and I understand someone listening is gonna go, "You don't even know what you're doing. You don't get it." And I understand that, and I still think it's stupid easy to make a song. So I don't think it's fair to be charged $190 to go see a DJ for one night. I think that's severely overpriced.
Yeah.
And
I
now,
mean,
now you have to buy the weekend to go see 30 DJs,
Right.
but still.
I mean, at least I feel like somehow they make their own sounds, you know?
Oh, for sure.
So, like, at least they're doing something that they're, like, creating their own. I don't know how they're doing it, though. Yeah, I mean, they're probably all I don't know. Unless they, like, sample something and figure that out.
That's what I started doing when I was making the songs. Like, I want this sound, so I'd go into YouTube and I'd download it, and then I'd just take it. I'd sample it.
Right.
Sure. I guess that is a process. That does make, like, beat sequencers kind of an instrument in itself, because I guess while it's not technically a music, then we get into fucking Aaron's argument of, is a turntable an instrument?
Yeah, I was just going to bring that up, actually.
Yeah.
But
Is
I don't
it?
think
What
we
do you
have
think?
that. I would have to say no. I think it's a device that can be used to create music, but that doesn't make it an instrument. I don't know why. It's just not. In my mind,
That doesn't make it a quote unquote musical
that's just
instrument.
right. It's is a computer a musical instrument?
Yeah,
Because you
like-
made music.
That's fair.
So-
The intention of a turntable is not to create music, but to recite music. But
Yeah.
people are using it in the reverse.
I mean, besides like the scratches, I guess. But even then, it's like that's like falling with style. You know, it's like
That's
you're
a
not
very nice way to put that.
right? You're
I
not
want some of your smoke.
you're not supposed to scratch the record, but if you do it right, it fucking sounds cool.
Yeah. True. All right. So I think you might have changed my opinion then on what a musical instrument, because
But I'm also biased in that I grew up around instruments and like playing band and like, so I think people that did that and like had that in their upbringing have a different opinion. Because that's what Aaron and I have in common, is that we both play like quote unquote real instruments, or have. I don't really anymore. But
I think Aaron just likes to be a contrarian and wants to argue with you. Because now, from someone who's very outside in perspective of music and musicianship, I would say it's more like it's the difference between a capital and lowercase m when you call it a musical instrument. Like if it's a musical instrument, capital M makes it a noun, person, place, thing. It's a thing whose design in its name is to create music. Whereas like a record player, again, is designed not to create music, just to create sound. The music is already created. It just makes it louder for you.
Right.
It's an amplification.
Yeah.
So musical instrument is a one-way street. You can walk backwards on that street, but that doesn't mean you're on musical instrument avenue. You're just using like the bike route.
yeah, I mean, a turntable, it's like you can just put a record on and now it's playing music. Like you can't just pick up a guitar and play one string. Like it just doesn't work like that.
Right. There's another level of involvement, I guess, that needs to be
I mean, those
considered.
those DJs, they get involved, but
I've heard plenty of stories of DJs just like taking tracks from people, though.
oh sure, yeah, I'm sure.
But and not as uncommon as stealing a joke, but like regular practice.
Yeah,
and it sounds like, and this is from like SoundCloud people, so I don't know how fucking legit that is.
but like but at the same time, you'll always hear like every once in a while something will come up where it's like Van Halen actually stole this riff, or like Led Zeppelin stole Stairway to Heaven, like the opening riff, and it's like, did they? I don't know.
Right? Can you steal
But-
a chord progression?
Right. That's kind of, and that's, yeah, but
Can you? What do you think?
I don't know. I don't know that I don't know that much about music theory to be able to speak on that.
I'm not asking if you're an expert. I just want to know.
But I
Do you
just
think-
don't have the knowledge to know. I don't know.
That's fair, I guess, but I don't like it. I want you to know. Let me argue.
I
with
would
you.
say get off Led Zeppelin dick, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking, did they not give you enough good songs? I don't know. One riff is gonna fucking ruin it for you. Come on.
It didn't for Vanilla Ice. So
What?
and Queen, his Ice Ice Baby. Everyone was like, "You stole that," and he's like, "Yeah, but mine goes like this, and theirs goes like this."
Wait, I'm confused now.
Ice Ice Baby is Under Pressure by Queen.
Oh,
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. But Vanilla Ice was like, no, I didn't steal it. Mine goes dun 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 dun. Tss. And theirs goes dun 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 dun.
that is funny, man.
Yeah. So it didn't ruin his career, and so I don't.
See, that's the thing. It's like, how much can you just add a note to the end and be like, no, it's new.
Well, I think when it comes to art, like, you can steal a joke in the sense that it, like, word for word, setup, punchline, structure, like, you can steal that. But when it comes down to, like, a riff and it becomes like a chord progression, when you put it into something else, I think now it's not stealing, it's interpreting.
There's
Like,
only
this is
so
your-
much.
Yeah.
There's only so many chords and so many notes you can play, whereas jokes are infinite.
Yeah.
You know, but it's amazing to me that there's not more issues with that, because like I said, like there's a finite amount of notes, and like eventually they're gonna repeat.
This is from Mozart's Ninth Sonata, line 1, note 3, and then if you go down to line 12, it's the same note. Like,
Yeah, so yeah, that's
it's weird. I
It's
mean,
weird.
it's. I think it's because it's art, it's expression, and it is. I feel like inherently in a gray area of like what is art. Art is subjective. Is it how do you see things? So I'm not saying I'm pro theft, but one of my favorite aspects in hip hop is listening for the samples.
And and what's great about that too is like you might get introduced to music that you never would have known
Right.
of any, like oldies.
Right.
That these guys go to these record stores and just pick through these fucking albums and pull one out for 25 cents. Like you
Yeah.
never would have known about that guy if it weren't for Nas or whoever the fuck
Yeah.
sampled it.
And I think that's what maybe I'm wrong. I feel like, but a lot of, how should I word this? There are a good amount of mainstream DJs that I feel like don't personify like that sort of lineage of hip hop and sampling
Yeah.
of like, oh, you can find this. This is from 1968. He got that from here. He got that from here.
Right.
And they just take arbitrarily.
And and that's what I find so fascinating about like Mozart and Beethoven, is that they were basically writing this from theory. Like that's
Yeah.
what people don't get, is
Yeah.
like they're
In their
just
head.
they're like, no, this will work.
Fucking psychos.
Like they're crazy. Like it's a different process. And
to
I-
what are
and-
they called? Composers?
yeah. And I don't think a lot of people have a true understanding of, especially Beethoven was deaf. It's like like what an expert, you know?
He used
Holy
calculus
shit.
to write his songs.
Amazing.
That's so crazy.
It's all theory, dude. Like that's a beautiful thing about real like music. Like you don't have, like if you are good enough at it, you don't have to be able to hear it. You can see it on the paper. You can read it. You know what it's gonna sound like.
Right. I saw a Reddit video of, I guess, this girl's mom. She looks like a fucking soccer mom. She just printed out sheet music for like a Cardi B song, and it was just sheet music. And she was like, "Hey, can you just play this real quick?" And her mom like looked at it for maybe 4 seconds and found everything she needed, started playing, and she was like, "Hey, I know this song."
That's funny.
But like played it perfectly to like, she heard it, but didn't like hear it until she played it, kind of thing. And
yeah.
she's got like a weird, like when I watched, I was like, she has a weird connection with music that I don't
Dude,
understand.
People that can sight read like that, especially on a piano. I know people that like they'll like they'll just be able to think of something and how it sounds and then just play it on the piano. And it's like, how the fuck did you know that?
It's fucking
Like,
ridiculous.
it's crazy. I played D&D with a guy that like, cause we're all at our computers now, and he has like a piano, like a keyboard right next to his computer. And like every once in a while when we're playing D&D, like, we'll be joking around, something will come up, like a song or something. He'll just fucking go over and just start playing it. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
Get out of my head.
like, how did you? It's amazing. It's really impressive. Like I was never at that level of. I mean, with drums, I could do that. I can do that. I'm pretty good with a drum set. But any like musical notes, like going up and down, it's not me.
Yeah. That's crazy about like composers too, like Mozart. If you ask them like, hey, what instrument are you writing this song for? He goes, everything. I'm writing it for all of it.
The
How does this
whole
sound on a flute?
orchestra.
Oh, here. How does it sound on a bit?
Well,
Oh,
that
here.
has this part.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, to like put them together, and it's like they rest here, but I need them in this part because they all do different things, and it's just it's very impressive.
It's an emotional work.
Yeah.
Where it's like I know songs are supposed to be, but when I listen to a symphony, like it's not the same experience.
No, it's different than Cardi B.
Yeah.
When you listen to Wet Ass Pussy.
When you listen to that, you hold a blunt. When you listen to concerts, you hold a cigar.
The fucking the elongated cigarette holder.
You have the holder, the long plastic,
like fucking
Cruella de Vil.
or what's the Hunter Thompson?
Hunter S. Thompson.
Hunter S. Thompson, yeah, like in Fear and Loathing.
Why did they have that? Do you know why they used that long ass filter? Did they?
I bet you, I
or?
bet you it like stops you from getting resin because I'm pretty sure that it was first a women thing because like in Titanic, I don't know why I'm using that as a reference, but Rose smokes that way.
Slut.
I think it's hot.
You give it to all your girlfriends. Hey, I bought you something.
Yeah. You don't smoke, you're gonna start.
Here's a red.
Yeah, but like I think with like lipstick. And then like not wanting to get like the discoloration and on the fingers too.
Right, that makes sense.
Yeah, and they're white gloves.
Of course, they're white
Yeah,
gloves. They should have
naturally.
been black gloves. You
They
know,
should
it
have
would have
been.
been way better. You could be way more functional with black gloves.
It's true. Well, it'd be sticky though. Still, it's gross, dude. You ever seen a smoker's finger, like heavy smoker's fingers?
I never noticed.
Oh,
My grandma
dude.
was a heavy smoker.
Oh, dude.
That's weird.
Especially if they're like not clean people, particularly, it's like
Maybe my
holy
grandma was
shit.
clean.
Probably.
I have weird like scent associations with like tobacco and cigarette smell. Like there's a toothpaste that my grandma used to use. I think it's a Crest. And when I brush with it, I can only smell cigarettes. Like I only smell and taste cigarettes, but it's because because I lived with my grandma for a little while,
Right.
and that association got locked in. And like it says like fresh mint, and I know it doesn't taste like cigarette, but in my brain, like when I brush, it feels minty, but in my nose, it's cigarette. It's weird
Why?
because I'm retarded.
But like, what did your grandma like?
Well,
Did
growing
she
up in
smoke
that
menthols?
house, she smoked a lot. Well, that whole house smoked different cigarettes. That's why. So it's
Oh,
it's
wow.
like
No wonder you're stupid.
like casino.
Breathing in cigarette smoke,
Yeah.
secondhand cigarette
For
smoke.
sure,
all day.
dude. For sure. I stutter to this day and I'm like, God damn it. Like,
Fucking grandma.
yeah. But I didn't live with her for that long, but
Yeah.
it was a strong enough scent. Like nothing else had a memory for that scent. So it locked into the toothpaste. It's weird.
That's weird. Yeah.
I'll brush my teeth and I'll feel like I'm in like a casino hotel.
You should get like cinnamon flavors so you don't
But it's only that toothpaste. It's not mint. It's like a specific.
Crest wild mint.
I'll find it and I'll be like, yo, this definitely tastes like the inside of a cigarette
That's
box.
so fucking weird.
But cigarette boxes don't smell bad to me. It's the cigarette burn that I don't like. I don't mind the tobacco smell. I don't like to say when you add fire and smoke and carcinogens to the cigarette. I don't like it. But if you make me smell a cigarette, I'm like, yeah, I understand why you want to smoke this.
Yeah.
And then you hear it, you smell it, you're like,
Yeah. Or you fucking take a drag and you're like, what?
I've never
are you-
smoked a cigarette. I've
Really?
never- yeah.
Oh wow.
But I
They're-
probably have lung cancer from the
don't.
amount of secondhand smoke I've inhaled.
They're so gross. They're so bad.
I've smoked a spliff.
They don't even taste good.
Yeah, that wasn't fun.
Yeah.
It's like, this hurts. I don't like this.
Yeah, it's not enjoyable.
What was your first? How many cigarettes have you smoked?
Probably like 3. No, more than that. Okay, so my first one, I didn't smoke the whole thing myself. It was like we had like a bunch of friends, and somebody had like weed honey oil, and they put it on the outside of it, and that's how they were smoking. So I was like, all right, I guess I'll partake. And then
Not trying to not get stoned. I don't know.
yeah, and then I was at a party with my friends, and they were smoking a cigarette, and I was talking shit to them about how bad it is for them, and they were like, "You don't get it, just try one." I was like, "Fine, I'll fucking smoke one." And I did. I got lightheaded. I got the buzz. Like I was like, okay, like I see what it is, but that's not worth it.
It's not a dragon worth chasing.
No, not at all. And then I was Silent Bob for Halloween one year, so I got a pack of cigarettes to complement that, and I would smoke them when we were outside.
If you were
just
Silent
to be in
Bob,
character.
who was Jay?
My roommate.
Did he make a better Jay than you? Because
Yeah.
I feel like just put a
Yeah,
wig
yeah.
on you and you look like
You've
Jay.
played video games with him. I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, he's much more energetic than me, and
That would
far
make
more
sense
like,
then.
yeah. I was like, this is perfect. You can go and just talk to all the girls, and I'll just be your wingman.
Did
or
you
like,
watch Jay and Silent Bob reboot?
No, I didn't. Did you?
I did.
Is it good?
It's fun.
Yeah?
It's fun. Very Kevin
I
Smith.
trust Kevin Smith.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's on who?
Prime.
Amazon.
Or
Okay.
at least I saw it on Prime.
Yeah.
But they got that snoochie boochie weed that apparently doesn't exist in the IE and only exists in LA.
I know.
It's a pre-roll though, to be fair. I thought they were growing straight like acres of Kevin Smith weed, which would have been awesome, but it's just a pre-roll that's been treated in hash and oil. Like it's not bad, but it's still just it's a concoction.
It's not really anything special. It's
not
not
a
the
fresh
weed
strain.
isn't special.
Hello. Welcome to another episode of Gameboiz. I am host number 1 at the George F on Instagram. I am George Ferido. Across from me, sitting at a COVID-compliant distance, is at the Slim Henderson himself, Mr. William Henderson.
Ha! Brah!
He shot me 17 times just now.
I feel great.
What kind
I'm
of
on
guns?
top of the world.
What kind of guns were people playing with where that became your gunshot sounds?
Brah! Those ones that like when you pulled the trigger, it was just like gears grinding to make the noise. Did you ever have those?
No.
Like you would pull it and it would just go like,
Oh,
you know?
yeah, like it was a
yeah,
How do you-
like a wind up toy,
Yes.
kind of like kind
and
of
then,
sound.
like it would have a clear plastic thing that you could see the sparks inside.
yeah.
Which is probably why we all have cancer now, because fire and plastic doesn't go well together.
they're just melting plastic into
Yeah.
fumes.
Where did you get this plastic from? Somalia. It came real cheap. Real fucking cheap. Because I was poor. Most of my toys, at least from my dad, came from like the swap meet.
Oh, see, we didn't have swap meets.
No?
Nope.
Huh. That's weird. Why not? Or is there just not enough people?
Probably.
I guess.
mean, I don't know. We didn't have like flea market. I don't know. In some parts of like when I would go to Indiana to visit my my family down there would be flea markets down there. But like where I was from, like not really. There might be a farmer's market every few cities.
I
but,
love farmers markets, but farmers are on a different sleep schedule, and I'm not down for that shit.
dude, they get up at like 3 in the morning. No,
Yeah.
they do weird shit, especially if like dairy farmers, because I grew up around a dairy farm. They'll get up like 4:30 in the morning or some shit, milk their cows, go back to sleep, get up at like 3, milk their cows, and then like do some shit, and then milk their cows again at like 9, and just like keep doing that.
Yeah.
because they have to do it like throughout the day, and they have so many of them. they're kind of on a rotation.
That makes sense. That's
Yeah.
cool. I guess.
I
It's-
guess.
that's similar to your sleep schedule.
They work so
you wake
hard.
up, you milk your cow,
Yeah.
go back to sleep, wake up, milk your cow again, do some shit, do it again.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
I
is-
wish I could do it 3 times a day.
Too old for
I don't
that.
fucking have that kind of stamina anymore, dude.
You start glitching it too.
I try.
you,
It's just-
you look at your dick one more time. It's like, no,
it's
don't
like,
even think about
he
it.
just cowers.
Shh.
Goes
Hides.
back in. Yeah.
Not today.
Please don't.
My recovery's on red.
I'm gonna get a dick whoop. A whoop dick.
A dwit? No, I don't know.
A dupe.
A wang whoop. There you go. I'm good at holla at your boy whoop. All right. I got ideas for you.
Yeah, dude. It can be like simultaneously taking like data on your blood flow through your penis,
And it can be a cock ring.
and it can be a cock ring. That's literally
Perfect.
what I was gonna say.
Yeah. One of those real cock rings though that
Yeah.
like you put your balls in too. you want your shit to look like the top of a coconut tree.
Yeah.
You want it to there just be balls and shaft, and you're like, I don't even know where those came from. Do those just come there? Oh shit.
I don't want my balls to be pushed more up my shaft though, because I don't want to lose that real estate.
Oh,
You know
that's
what I
fair.
mean?
That's
You know?
fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. But that's
If
like
anything, I want something to like tuck them.
look.
Give me some more.
If you have a house that has beachfront property, but
Yeah.
then the beach came up to your second floor, sure you lost some real estate, but that's dope as fuck. Like you have a second floor beach now. I'm just trying to talk myself into some positive aspects of
does-
having a small penis, bro.
That
Like,
does
live
not
with me.
sound good at
All
all.
right, fine. Like I see those houses with like slides that go down to their pool from their second floor. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Anything
That
you
does
can
sound dope.
access from the second floor, I think is cool.
Yeah. Any other way besides stairs?
Yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's not stairs and I can be seated, that's my choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Dude, yeah. Why don't more people do that?
I don't know.
Why do we have stairs?
I don't know. Maybe it's safer. There's a lot
It's
of
more
fat
handicap
fucks.
accessible. Yeah,
Like-
but they would even like it even. Well, they have to stand up. Well, if you came out standing,
I guess if you gave them an enclosed slide from their second floor to the ground and then you buttered the side, you could push them in like a piece of toast.
you get a CO2 tank like a paintball to like force them through.
And they got to go to work every morning, so at 7:30 their neighbors just hear 2 seconds later it goes
Like a Snapple.
Frank's off to the office again. Morning, Frank.
Oh, margarine today, huh?
You should go butter. I heard keto's really good.
Oh, God.
We're fat shaming people on this podcast. And they don't even exist.
It's the funniest. That's the funniest thing I've ever heard. Especially like, I'm just imagining like the water slide type
No.
things, you know. And like it's just like curving around and like going around his house. Boom. Oh my God.
You need a crash pad at the end. And if you follow it, like the
Holy
it's
God.
the slide expands with him. It goes down like a cartoon trying to swallow something.
Oh. Oh.
Give that slide stretch marks and
Oh
shit.
my goodness gracious.
Have a good day, Frank. Sorry we were bullies to you. I'm fat because that kind of made me hungry.
Butter?
Yeah. Just thinking about butter. It's like, well, how do we get maple syrup into this mix?
Oh my God. Oh.
So I'm saying second floor beach is cool. Like, have I sold you yet?
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's called Frank's Cove.
Calm down. Calm down.
You gotta do the pressure. Boss, pressure points. Woosah.
What would your like ideal slide be though? Like if you had your slide, or like you're not even a slide, your way to get down from the second floor is not stairs.
Oh, my form of locomotion
method.
from number 2 to floor number 1.
Yeah.
Probably a rope swing.
Okay.
But like
Fireman's pole.
no, see that was thought number 1. That would be cool, but I want to do a rope swing so that it's not a straight up like top to bottom. I want to kind of swing down to the first floor. So maybe my room's on the second, but the living room is on the bottom, and I want to swing down. And the only way to get up is to rock climb the wall.
There's no stairs at all.
Yeah,
it's not handicap accessible. If you have a disabled kid, you're like, sorry.
Yeah, you trying to hang out with me?
First floor.
You better be able to make it.
Get those arms strengthened, kid.
Yeah,
Oh
I'm
my
doing
God.
them a service. What about you? How do you get from floor 2 to
Dude,
floor
I'm
1?
having a like in like gymnastics place where they have the foam pits. I'm getting one of those somewhere.
Oh,
And then just like a balcony with no railing, so I can just like off of it. And just
one day
spread
you're gonna get like a wingsuit and go too far.
I'd wear a cape. But yeah, that's just like doing flips and shit.
You should have mandatory capes in your house.
Yeah, if you want to jump off this into the foam pit, you got to wear a cape.
Yeah. It's
a
a
rule, house rule.
It's got safety sensors on it to make sure you don't have any contusions.
Yeah.
We are by far the most creative bunch on this podcast, hands down.
Oh, by far.
By far. Guys, if you want us to design your house, let us know. We got so
Dude,
many
we
ideas.
would make Pee-wee's Funhouse or whatever the fuck
Yeah.
What is it called?
Yeah.
What was it?
Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Please Playhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it would be the fucking Big and Rob warehouse.
Your chairs would have eyes.
Ooh. And a mouth on the bottom just for getting squirrely.
Yeah. See, if I... Oh, excuse me.
Yup.
If I had like a warehouse, I don't even know what I would do with it.
Really?
Like, if it was like a lot of space, I'd be like, all right, I guess I'll have like a basketball court, even though I don't really play basketball. I'd put a track around the outside, you know, like 3 or 4 lanes. That's what I would do,
Dude,
too.
I never considered putting that in my warehouse
Really?
until just now. Yeah.
Oh, that's like the perfect. Even it doesn't even matter how far it is. Once you figure out how far it is, now
slow
you
down.
know.
I want it to be a regulation track.
Okay, that's a big ass warehouse.
Yeah.
That's
And
a
then-
real big warehouse.
and then you put
Have you
everything
ever
else
seen a regulation
inside.
size track?
Yeah,
Why don't you
yeah.
get like half that, dude?
Why? Dude, I have the money to buy a warehouse. I'm not going to put a
Fair
full-size
enough.
track in
I
there.
mean, I don't even know if there's a warehouse big enough to fit that.
I'll buy 2 warehouses.
You have to go to Amazon and
you
get something
see-
from Jeff
yeah,
Bezos.
Amazon got some big fucking warehouses. Actually, no, I've worked in a warehouse that was basically 3 different warehouses, like sized in one. It was like a deep freezer, a dry storage, and a cold freezer.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what you should do. And then, dude, if it's that big, dude, I'm just gonna add a skate park, even though I don't skate. I'm just gonna be like, Tony Hawk, come chill.
Yeah, make it so people can come
Yeah.
hang out.
Yeah.
Would it be a park or like would you just have like a street setup?
But everything.
Everything?
Tony Hawk, you design it. That's what I want. I'd get Tony Hawk and Nigel Houston.
No, don't get Tony Hawk to do it because then there's gonna be a fucking loop-de-loop that no one else can do.
That's fine. I don't care, but I have the space, so who gives a shit?
I watched him do that loop,
2 floors,
dude. Oh, that's how you get down from your second floor, a vert ramp.
a vert ramp,
Yeah.
a fucking transfer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, dude.
I believe in you.
All right.
There's a foam pit at the end.
Yeah, but think about how dope it would be to jump from a second floor of a warehouse into a foam pit.
Fuck. I don't know if I have the balls to do that.
Oh yeah, you would.
I don't know. Yeah, you would. Maybe.
If it was big enough,
Like I
and
see,
there was safety, like a net or something around it.
but I see like stuntmen do their shit, and it's like that looks like fun, but I don't know if I have the balls to let go of a helicopter 60 feet up
right.
into a foam pit.
Those guys get hurt all the time.
I know.
So I would not.
And like they
suggest that.
love it.
Yeah,
like,
well, they're
that's-
weird. That's a different kind of person.
That's a job that they really love in show
Yeah.
business.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I'm sure it's a thrill. You know?
Maybe, I
Dude,
don't know.
oh my God. You know what we didn't talk about when we talked about Street Fighter?
What?
Is after Van Damme killed the villain and the thing blew up, he took like 2 steps and like jumped and it exploded. I'm like, oh yeah, dude. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that.
Oh my God. You have to go watch it again. It is like well, we have to put an explosion with him jumping away from it at some point. And like they were like, I guess it'll be here.
Some producer was like, I heard it was cool for the good guy to walk away from
Yeah.
explosions.
Yeah, and it literally like he doesn't even like jump off of something to like get away from the explosion. He literally just jumps like 5 feet away. He was just like, oh, and then like rolls and shit. And it's like, all right, dude, I guess.
I mean, you know what they did do a really, like, I want to give them 5 stars for this. They did such a good job with hiding the bump on Jean-Claude Van Damme's forehead. See, you didn't even notice it.
What like
He's got this fucking goose egg of a like. I took a kick to the forehead when I was 7.
Oh, really?
Right on top of his forehead.
It's just makeup, huh? Or just camera angles?
It was makeup. It's camera angles, but it's also the reason why in this movie Guile wears a stupid fucking beret. Like that
interesting.
thing, it goes down,
but not at the end.
No, it falls off, but then it's like it's fighting and you're not really paying attention.
Yeah.
But on most of his close-up shots, it's from a certain angle or his hat's on.
Yeah.
So
You know,
go back, watch every Jean-Claude
I'm
Van
not
Damme
going
movie.
to. I am not going to
Even
do that.
even
I
even
watched
fucking
Bloodsport
clips.
back in the day.
There's a
So
fucking dinger.
I don't
It's
think
like,
I need to watch.
it
That's
might be
actually
his,
a good movie.
It might be his twin on his forehead. It's
It's like that
huge.
lady from South Park. That
Yeah.
has the fetus growing.
Yeah,
up.
they might have to pay 2 credits for that. That's why he's so expensive.
Yeah. There was something else I was going to bring up about that movie just now that I don't think we talked about, but
There was a few things
forgot.
we didn't talk about, but there was so much crap to talk about. That's
Yeah.
why.
it was so funny.
But it did reignite my fun for Street Fighter, and then playing Street Fighter because I downloaded it, which, by the way, was a fucking ordeal for me.
Why?
I don't
You
know.
just don't have the space?
I don't know if it's my settings, but I was under the assumption that things were just going to update as it played, like as I played something else or as it was off on rest mode. It didn't, and so I had to go into the game multiple times to try and start something, and then it tell me, oh, I still need to install this, and then go restart the download. Like, that's what it's 4 years of fucking updates, and I had to do that whole process of like going into the game, initiating the action, and then the PlayStation recognizing that it didn't have the information, then
Right.
going to download. I had to do that probably 4 times.
Ooh.
It took me all day, and then by the time it was done, I was like, I don't even want to play this fucking game.
Right. I did the download. I haven't opened it yet, so I hope I don't have that problem.
It is beautiful to look at, though.
Really?
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. The animation I think is top notch in the sense of like the art department was like, this is what we want, and they got exactly what they wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Like the cinematics, the special moves. Special moves feel special, and then ultra moves feel ultra. Like in terms of just the cinematic style of how they animated everything. Great job, fucking! It looks great to just watch. Like I was
Yeah.
watching people stream it because they're good, and
Yeah, it's more fun.
yeah, it looks like someone being Ryu fighting how Ryu would fight. And so it's fun to watch cinematically. And then I start playing, and it feels like shit.
Yeah.
And I know I'm wrong, so
Right.
I'm not mad at the game. But you haven't played it. You should.
No, I know. I will.
However, so I have a few gripes with the game, and it's always been sort of my gripe with Street Fighter games is that it's hard to nail the timing of combos. Like when you think about like a light punch, light kick, there's a very everyone has a very specific sequence, like time, like that, that,
Right.
that. Like there's specific times, and with Street Fighter, it's such a complex game now that it's even more difficult to kind of find your timing, because the timing to an unblocked double light punch is different than when it makes contact. So I can do a that, and in the air it'll go, and then when I try to do it as a combo, it's more of a that, because it connected now, and it changes the dynamic.
Wow. Okay.
So it's a complex game. It wasn't a complex game in the beginning, but it was always
Right.
for me hard to control because it had a weird timing. And I think that might just have to do with like the first real like fighting game I picked up. Kind of my brain got ingrained. Oh,
right.
that's the speed.
Yeah. And they had to develop it over the years. They had to mature it, so to
Yeah.
speak, or like they had to change. Because like with video games, they have to like every year they come out with a new one, or every time they come out with a new one, they have to like change mechanics and stuff,
Yeah.
or else they get in trouble. Like,
Yeah.
I
You're like,
remember
you guys did nothing.
Exactly. I remember 2K when they used to do their baseball games. They did baseball games for a few years, and in between two, I could, for the life of me, I'm not going to be able to remember the years. But between two of them, they weren't allowed to release one because I don't know who says so, but whoever said so was like, this is like the same game. Just you just updated the rosters. Like there's no difference.
There's
So,
probably payroll that went, we're giving them how much?
yeah, right.
Look what they did. With what?
Right. So and like they weren't even allowed to put it out as a new game.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's
Crazy.
fucking crazy.
It's crazy, right? Yeah.
Let's think behind the scenes things you never would anticipate.
Yeah, and they
But-
haven't done a baseball game since. So
But yeah, like, so I understand the scheme of things, but I think my problem is fundamental. Like, I started off playing Virtua Fighter on the, what are they called? The cabinet arcades. I
Arcade, yeah.
played a lot of Virtua Fighter and Mortal Kombat. And then
Okay.
after that, I went to Tekken. And if you played
Oh, okay.
Tekken, it's got a very... You kind of have to flow the button pushes together to do their combos. There's a lot of like circular movements.
oh, I see.
Yeah, like
oh,
Tekken.
interesting.
Tekken plays well on the stick and the D-pad.
Okay.
At least for me, because I played it on the PSP and I used the stick, the D-pad, and then I played it on PlayStation, and it was seamless almost. 'Cause-
Interesting.
Just because of the motions and the style and the timing. So when I jumped to this Street Fighter, like it's a difficult game.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's supposed to be because
Is there difficulty levels?
yes.
What did you
yes.
put it at?
Medium, normal. I play on regular because I want to know that I'm mediocre.
Hmm.
But also, like Capcom now has a reputation of difficult games.
Right,
So it's
right.
like I understand that I suck because I watch streamers play it, but I don't know what like the relative skill level of everyone else is. Especially now that it's a 4-year-old game, and I tried to play online. It's like I know I'm
You're gonna get your
cannon
dick
fodder.
kicked
I don't know
in,
if I
yeah.
can learn this game.
right to the point where you're gonna be able to compete.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I am in like I think I am enjoying the campaign.
Yeah, that's the thing with especially with these free games when you know you're like 5 years behind or whatever. It's like I'll just enjoy the game for like what they made it as.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
you don't have to be competitive.
Yeah. And Street Fighter to its core is a 2-player
Yeah.
in the room or between two people talking shit like head to
Right.
head.
Right.
Because I think we discussed this last time. They were the first ones to do it.
Mm.
They did this in Street Fighter 1. They had you played as Ryu and you went through a campaign, and you can have a second player join, but whoever won would control the character for the rest of the game.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah, so it was more of a narrative-based tournament fighting. And then Street Fighter 2 was where they introduced the choose your own character.
Versus.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
head-to-head, and that was like their bread and butter, and then that's kind of what made it explode. Like, that was in a day when Street Fighter 1 came out, that was probably prime cabinet arcade, let's bring quarters to the fucking game.
I
kind
got
of-
next.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like good 80s. And then Street Fighter 2 was probably right at the decline where everything kind of started to shut off, and then everyone got Street Fighter 2, and everyone's like, "Oh, we're back."
Right.
It kind of launched everything and created it's probably the most influential fighting game there is.
Mm.
Everything kind of emulates that
Yeah.
Street Fighter 2 standard of pick your character, where you want them to fight. Oh, you got special moves.
Yeah, even like Dead or Alive.
Yeah.
It's like this is all the same. Mortal Kombat. So Street Fighter was before the first Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Because I'm gonna mess up the names, but I think it was Konami or Midway that made Mortal Kombat,
Okay.
and they knew that they had to set themselves apart. So that's why
The gore.
Yeah, they went with the gore. Well, they wanted a martial arts fighting game, not just a combat fighting game. So they brought in real martial arts. They digitized, like they were all personal friends of the crew. So they're
Right.
they were in like the marketing campaign. Like these guys got automatic credits, but Mortal Kombat introduced the idea of fatalities and final moves.
Like
and-
super violent.
yeah,
Because there was an uproar over Mortal Kombat, how
Yeah.
violent it was.
I don't think that's ever been a bad thing for any game.
No. There's just no proof that it even affects anything. So
Christians, I'm telling you.
yeah, they're full
they
of
got
shit.
Too much.
That's the
too much
reason.
time.
That's the reason you can't fucking get parental advisory CDs from Walmart.
Oh yeah.
Pieces of shit.
I remember
This
like
is
that
stupid.
transition too. 'Cause I remember trying to buy music that I wanted and not
Yeah.
being able to get it at
Yeah.
Walmart.
Yeah.
But that's the only place we went because they had everything.
Mm-hmm.
So
Dude, I remember not too long ago, since I moved out to California, I was probably living up in the high desert still, but I was in Walmart one day, and I was just walking around. I was walking by one of those CD racks where it's like $2 or whatever. I saw a Slipknot CD. I was like, oh, dude, Slipknot? It was like their first like album. I was like, sweet, I'll grab that for $2. And then I was like at the front, and I'm looking at it, and it doesn't have the thing on it. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm in fucking Walmart, and I just put it on top of the cooler in the line. You know, I was like, I don't fucking want that shit. Like, no wonder it's $2. Like,
yeah,
who wants edited music?
nobody.
It's so stupid. That's why I can't listen to the radio. It's like, how do you? I literally when I leave my dog at home, I turn on rap music on the radio for him because I want him to be a thug.
He's black.
Yeah, and it's like, so like when I come home, I'll hear it, and I heard "Wet Ass Pussy" for the first time on the radio, and I don't even know what she was saying because it was like every other word was cut out, and I was like, I can't.
My wet ass slide.
It's just like, it's not even that. There's just no sound. You know, there's just no word.
Yeah,
it's just and we go into the, and it's like, what the fuck?
It's a weird dance that corporate America tries to play, and like
Yeah,
the facade of like this is what the world should be.
yeah, it's bullshit.
It is, but but is it?
Yeah, we just said it.
Because like you wouldn't want your fucking 5-year-old jamming to that.
No,
It is inappropriate, but
don't
it's
play
also
that.
art.
Don't play that fucking radio station.
I
then.
guess there should be a.
Be a parent, you idiot. Like, do parental locks on your TVs. You know, like
They're
there's-
driving and texting. Leave them alone.
Yeah, there's plenty of things to help you stop kids from watching bad shit. Plenty of stuff. And most of it you can do on your own if you're parenting properly. You're watching your kid. Like, I don't know.
But
People are dumb.
if everyone watches their kid, we don't get wet ass pussy.
No comment.
No comment. What was I saying? Oh, Street Fighter. So if it's it's fun, but I need to play it with people locally, quote unquote, because there is crossplay as well. So
Okay.
that's cool.
Can we do like a versus online? I'm sure we
I
can.
am sure
right?
we can.
Yeah.
We can drive online at this point. So
Yeah.
there's no reason.
That's fucking cool, right?
It's so fun. It's so fun that I can make a car and then be like, everybody look. And sometimes people stop. Like they're like, oh,
Yeah.
that's cool. Like my fucking Fast and the Furious one, people stop all the time.
That's
It's like, is this what
sexy.
it's like to be a hot girl? This is great.
Dude, I don't know if I talked about this before, but I chose a female character in Need for Speed. The black one.
I would have never guessed, for the record.
In Need for Speed, I'm a black girl. And it's weird how the dialogue, like, it feels different if you're playing a female. It's that, like, the guys will be like, you're pretty good during the day. Now let's see what you can do at night. And it's like, are you going to rape me? Like, this is weird. It's just weird because, like, but if you were a guy, you'd be like, okay, he's talking about racing. But as a female, it's like, good. Thank you. Like, so it's just, it's funny to, like, that's why I like playing female characters sometimes, especially on, like, MMOs. I like to trick nerds. Like, are you really a girl? Yeah, man.
Wink. What's your Venmo? Dude, that should be an income.
Yeah.
You should pay for your comedy career like that.
I should.
Just fucking trolling nerds.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it.
It's funny.
Create an OnlyFans for a World of Warcraft female account.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea. It's a good scam. It's a real good scam. I'll send you screenshots of my character in her underwear. How about that?
Stop. They're going to edit all of this out. We're giving our business plan away.
It's a great idea.
Next episode's going to sound so much better. We're going to have brand new equipment. We're going to have live webcams, a Twitch stream.
Everything within a week.
Yeah. Fucking.
It's actually a great idea.
Should I edit that out? I will.
No.
All right, guys. Welcome back to a new episode of the podcast. You haven't played Street Fighter. I think maybe we
Nope.
can.
I've been on that Tony Hawk shit, dude.
I know, dude. That's so fun.
It's so good.
It's so fun.
It's a perfect remaster.
Okay, I'll agree. I felt like perfect was a
dude.
high praise.
I don't.
But then like
It plays exactly the same, but smoother.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is like when I think back to playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater and what the gameplay felt like and what I expected, they nailed it.
Mm-hmm.
And again, big ups to I'm a big fan. I don't know who you guys were before we started this podcast, but Beanox is knocking it out of the fucking park.
Crushing
I don't
it.
know if you guys sell stock or if you like to sponsor a mediocre podcast with two slightly more than mediocre funny comedians. But holler, fuck, I don't know. Have they fucked up? Can they fuck up? I mean, I feel like they could have some kind of racial injustice and still make bangers. They would just come out with a fable with a black dude and it would be fine.
Yeah, their CEO could assault all their employees and it'd be fine.
Maybe he does, and that's what makes their good games. Like pressure.
If you don't, yeah, pressure makes diamonds. Yeah, if you don't perform, I'm gonna touch you.
Yeah, maybe it's like a Nazi fucking sweatshop where like, dude, we hung Kyle out in the front this morning.
Well, we hope not.
Yeah,
but
I don't care. It's such a good
whatever
game.
you got to do.
It's so
man.
good.
It is. It is. It's very well done, and I like that. I don't know if I just don't have a clear like memory of the original, but like especially in the mall, there's just like ambiance things. You know, there's that one hallway. There's that you grind down the elevator or the escalator. There's the wall, and then it kind of curves around.
Yeah.
There's like graffiti on the walls and
yeah.
the flares going.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think there was in the original game, but it just adds a little bit, but it's still the same shit. It's like, but it's perfect. I don't know. It's just like they just added spunk to it.
It's what's cool, and I haven't gone back to confirm because this game just came out and it's been a blast. But it's like everything's kind of aged. Like the mall is now an abandoned mall, and it's like skaters came in and turned it into a skate park, hence the flares and the graffiti and stuff. School, same thing. There's like LED boards up. It's like it's a school, but now, like what high schools kind of look like now.
Yeah,
and so
but still with the same feel of the original.
Yeah, and that's what this is a weird stretch. That's what I like about the Last Airbender to Legend of Korra is that the creators made The Last Airbender for 10-year-olds, for 8 to 12-year-old boys, girls, kind of finding their identity, growing as kids, and then mirroring those experiences growing up in The Last Airbender. And then they stopped doing it. A couple years passed by, and they announced they were going to do The Legend of Korra, a later story, aged for more mature audience, and they did that very well as well. So they followed their original demographic, aged it that many years for like now, I would say 18 to 21-year-olds, and now talking about their problems, and it does it perfectly. And I like how it to me it's like kind of appreciating the fan base, because it's like, hey, we've been with you guys this whole time.
Yeah,
this is what we have, and that's what I feel like I got with Beanox and this Tony Hawk's 1 and 2.
Yeah, because those people that made that game are definitely people that played it when they were younger. For sure. And imagine part of your job is to like, okay, let's break out the PS1 and fucking like,
oh no, we have to play more Tony Hawks.
Oh man, but it's just weird how like the move, like I don't know, like they totally could have gone like a more realistic direction if they wanted to, but they didn't.
Yeah,
it is just it plays exactly the same, and I fucking love that shit, dude. It's so fun.
It's a video game version of a greatest hits album.
Yeah,
it
kind of is.
And so's the soundtrack too. Like it's so fun.
Yeah, and the songs that are new are bangers.
Yeah. My girlfriend was like doing work nearby, and she was like, I really like these songs. Like she didn't even know what I was playing, but the soundtrack, she was like, this is fun. Yeah,
it's one of those games where, because a lot of times when I'll play games, I'll throw on like, I'll do Spotify through my PlayStation and like through my headphones, and I'll just be playing. But not with that game. I just let it
It's cool.
do its thing.
It's
so
so
yeah,
fucking cool.
it's a lot of fun, man. I'm really enjoying it. I like that they added some things too. It's not like exactly the same like we were talking about before this, like collectible type things, which is kind of annoying because now I have to do more runs. But
Yeah. Usually I'll dedicate it. I'll pick like 3 and then
Yeah.
like, all right, this is my high score run. This
Yep.
is my I like that in just like in the old game, when you collect skate, it's in a kind of a circuit of like, oh,
yeah.
I'm going in the right direction.
right, yeah.
That was
If you do it right.
Yeah, that
I'm
was
one of those
cool.
people who's like, oh, I'm gonna go here and then there's this one. I'm gonna hit the
You
E
fucking
first.
ADD
and then-
ass. I'm gonna start with the K because I like baseball.
Yeah, it's also interesting to have the later game mechanics in that first edition. You know what I mean? Like reverts,
Oh yeah,
manuals, and shit. Could you manual in the first one? I don't
I
think so.
Don't know.
I don't remember.
I think you might be right. It came out with 2, and then because
Well, you definitely couldn't revert
no, yeah,
for sure.
reverts were definitely 2 because you couldn't chain
Half
combos
pipes
like that.
and a half pipe, yeah. But if you were on street, you still could. I think you could still do manual
In 2,
in one.
in 1. I don't know.
I don't know either.
We'll have to look.
We'll have to look.
But it is cool because those are like if you followed the game, those are habits you picked up along the way.
Mm-hmm.
Like as soon as I picked it up when we played the demo, like it was almost immediately revert on the half pipe,
Right.
and without thinking.
Yep.
Like I hadn't touched this game in what 20 years, like,
Dude.
and
Yeah.
it was seamless. It's cool.
Mhm.
It's,
I also like how they're doing, and I think Tony Hawk 2 introduced this where it's like the stats.
mm,
Because I like it's interesting. Like you're playing at first, and you're like, "What the fuck? I can't make this gap. Like that's bullshit." And then you're like, "Oh yeah, I got to update my stats. Like
Yeah.
I got to upgrade." And like so that's a fun part where you're like, "Oh, I can't get this gap right now. Okay, I'll go play this next level, get those skill points, and then I'll come back."
Yeah.
You know, and I don't think that was necessarily the idea in the first game when it first came out. It was more like complete each level in succession
Mhm.
kind of thing, because it's like you're not gonna get better, or like you're gonna get better, but your skater's not gonna get faster or
yeah, there's no way to for at least back then for them to do that. to
right
code that in.
It's just like just pick the best skater for this level kind
Yeah.
of thing. Or I didn't even think about stats. I just picked who I wanted to play with.
I think I almost always just picked Bob Burnquist.
Yeah, either him or Rune Glifberg.
Rune was good. I was
I just liked his name.
when I started playing Tony Hawk's, I subscribed to CCS magazine. I think that might still be.
Yeah, I think they're all digital now.
Yeah. It was cool because I was fat, but it made me feel like I was cool because
Yeah.
I would get that little thing, and I
Same.
would.
I know, and they were little. They're cute.
Yeah, it would
Yeah.
fit in your backpack.
That's right,
I would look
yeah.
at it at school until
Uh-huh.
the next one came back. It's like, oh, I'm
Yeah.
gonna buy this one.
I'm gonna get a board,
these.
dude. Yeah,
Yeah, I finally did get a board, not off of there. I
Yeah.
bought one locally
in
but
Walmart.
Then I was fat. No, I bought a legit. It was
Really?
I bought a World Industry. I had
Nice.
I saved up like $300.
Whoa.
Yeah, I got a World Industry deck with fire something. What were they called?
I have no idea.
Red bone bearings, tensor trucks, fireball wheels.
It's weird that you remember this.
Well, I mean, I had the magazine. I basically pieced it together. I was like, I know exactly.
Oh, you bought
what
it
I
through
want.
that?
No, I just built it there, and then I went to the local skate shop that had basically all of it,
I see. I
and
see.
then
I see.
they put it together.
See, I didn't have things like that,
Oh,
so you had to get it through the magazine.
well, I went to the
but
mall. I had to go to the mall.
I could. Yeah, I didn't have that shit.
You can go to the
It was like 45 minutes away.
damn.
Yeah, and
guess.
I was young. I'm not gonna be like, hey, can I? My parents would never buy me a skateboard.
Hmm.
Not one like that. That's that expensive. You know, those are.
I think I started gaining a lot of weight, and anything that kept me active.
They were like, okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because like when I was growing up, I wanted to take martial arts, but my mom wouldn't let me because she didn't want me to get hurt. And I think by the time I started getting fat, they were like, yes, I should have started martial arts then.
Hmm.
That would have been fun.
Yeah.
I might be broken though.
Maybe. That's fine though.
It is fine. It's totally fun.
Yep.
Totally. One thing I did notice about Tony Hawk's is that like so when you go like there's a set standard for your specials, and then but those are all interchangeable. Like
Right.
you can assign now what moves go to what button pushes. And
I like that. Yeah.
there are like Bob Burnquist's special, at least in Tony Hawk's 1, his one-footed Smith grind was a double right triangle. And that doesn't exist.
The double right.
Yeah. Maybe because it's too easy or
I
whatnot.
bet you it's because the stick. That's a lot to go in the same direction twice.
But I can do it with a D-pad. It's not.
I know, but what if people want to play with this? I don't know.
I
It's
don't-
just a theory, dude. I'm just throwing things against the wall.
I don't. It doesn't. It's not a game changer. It doesn't ruin anything for me. But I noticed that like, if I really wanted to get into my old habits, I would have to add that to it, and that would be a very easy add for me. Like that's
Yeah.
And good for points, but I couldn't, so I had to kind of make do.
I kind of wish they did it like you do your shortcuts on your computer, where it's like, okay, what do you want this shortcut to be, and then you do it.
Yeah, you
know?
input it. I
Yeah,
agree. Yeah,
yeah.
it's kind of an annoying way to look for things, but I'm
Whatever,
not-
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll learn it.
It's a whatever thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, it doesn't ruin the game by any means.
not even slightly.
Yeah, I like to do the ones where it's like up, down, circle, left, right. So
Right.
it's like simple to remember, not like right, down. I fucking hate those ones. I don't know.
Those are for like flip. For me, it's the flip moves. Are the like the Hadouken movement, and then like the big air moves are like up, down, right,
Yeah,
left.
yeah.
Because in my brain, it's easier to associate because I'm weird.
Dude, I got to the Chicago skate park where you do the first competition. You remember that? And I was getting my ass whooped.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, this is way harder than I remember it being in the original.
They were like, "Hey, you're older now, dude.
Yeah, figure it out.
Get 2 million."
Dude, speaking of million, I played the online mode, and it's kind of interesting how they do it, but I wish I had more options. So you basically get put in a lobby with like 15 other people, maybe 20, and there's like a few different game modes where it's either like get the high score by the end of the time, have the highest combo by the end of the time limit, or reach this score
Right.
first. So I only played a couple, like, so okay. The first one I did, it was in the mall, and we started, and 30 seconds in, this dude had like 300,000 points.
Jesus.
I was like, he's got to be cheating. Like, I don't know how, but there's just no way. Like, it just doesn't make sense. I don't know what the fuck he was doing. But it's like,
the mall, you can kind of chain something together, though.
yeah, you can, but I don't know. It didn't make sense. When everybody else was at like 80,000, or not, like at the end of the game was at like 80,000, maybe 100, 200, he was at 1 million. It was like, what the fuck, dude?
People are crazy good at this game.
That's true.
And it's kind of ridiculous. I watched a video on YouTube of this guy doing the school run. Probably some famous streamer. I don't know, but I was just watching the video because Tony Hawk's wasn't out yet.
Of the new
one.
So it was like the beta or like an early release. Okay, yeah.
So he was playing on the school level, and he chained together a combo that lasted the entire time limit.
Oh, okay.
So,
but like, dude, if you bail at the end, fucking blow my brains out.
yeah,
You know.
But I mean, I was just gonna say those people exist.
That's just so like. After a while, it's so hard to balance.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, because over time, it gets more difficult. You can't just keep grinding. I think he's cheating. He's probably using the mods.
Maybe.
Isn't it weird how you can just turn on the fucking mods? Didn't that used to be a cheat? I forget how it used to work.
For sure. You had to like beat the game one time or something.
Yeah,
and then you
yeah.
could cheat.
Yeah, but at least with like the challenges, it says mods have to be disabled.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
Yeah.
I like the like level progression, the thing that they introduced. I like how they're doing like you kind of create your identity, like when you play online, and at the end it goes, oh, here's like the top 3, and it shows like your board and your little emblem badge thing, whatever that you have equipped.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool. There's like a little like Call of Duty like or what do they
badge
call 'em?
system.
Caller ID or
You're so
calling
old.
card.
Yeah.
That's what it's more like. So yeah, I like that. Did you create your skater?
Not yet.
Oh, dude.
No.
I was kind of underwhelmed with the amount of options as far as like, is that your foot? Oh no, it's just cords. As far as
My dick, bro. It's skinny.
as far as like altering the face and like altering the look, there's not a whole lot of like, you can't like make the ears. You know how
Yeah,
like a
you
lot of
can't
character
Skyrim your face.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I was kind of hoping for that. I don't think there's an option even to like use your camera, because you know how you thought you can use the eye to like put your face
Oh,
into
yeah,
the,
yeah.
I don't think you can do that.
Boo.
Which would have been nice. But I mean, I think if you find
I want to be that officer dude from like 3, Officer Dave or something.
Officer Dick.
There was that the guy's name?
I think he was in the
secret
first
character?
one.
Was
Yeah.
it the first one?
Yeah, because after you beat Roswell, you get him.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, Roswell. Oh my God, I'm so excited to go back to
When
Roswell.
I saw it, I was like, "Oh, this is dope! You guys just gave me the first game. You guys, that's what you did. You repainted it, made everything better, and you're like, here you go."
I'm so excited.
Yeah,
There are unlockable characters. There's got to be.
yeah, yeah.
Right. Yeah. Dude, I'm so excited to play it more. It's when I first fired it up, dude. The smile on my face was just.
There's so much
It
content.
said it all.
Yeah. There's stat point pickups, secret tapes,
And
skate pickups.
You can create up to 4 skaters.
Oh, dope.
So you can do like, okay, this is my vert guy. This is my street guy.
This is my drift guy. This is my
Yeah.
off-road
Yeah,
guy.
yeah,
This
exactly.
is my drag guy.
Exactly. This is my racer.
I'm trying to make a drag racer in Need for Speed.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm just trying
Why?
to get the funds together. Because I started doing that with people online.
Really?
Yeah.
What did you say? Like,
Yeah.
you want to drag, dude?
No, I mean, I noticed people were lining up. So when you first start the game before you jump garages, have you jumped garages yet?
Jumped?
Yeah, something happens in the campaign.
Oh, no, I
where-
haven't.
Okay, so you're still in your original garage.
Yeah.
So there's a road right behind there. That's it's a straight, and there is a 1/4 mile stretch, but I think it's a 2-mile stretch. And so there's a stop sign pretty much around the corner from the garage where a lot of people just, I don't know if this has become a thing, they just line up there. So if you wait long enough and you're in the right lobby, you'll hear them go by, and they'll honk like you do when you like I heard you do when you street race regularly.
Yeah. Did you see how you can do the emotes though?
Yeah. You can ask people to race, but
Yeah.
there were people lining up. Like, it was cool.
That's so funny.
It was the lobby had 15 people in it, and probably 6 or 7 people.
Holy shit.
Were just kind of doing drag rounds.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, fuck, I'll try it. And so I pulled up my car. I was like, I got a pretty quick car. I was wrong. These fuckers just take off.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, I need one of those. So
Yeah.
now I'm just.
So you want a drag specific car.
Yeah, I'm trying to just get
Interesting.
money and try to play through the campaign, but get money to buy a cool drag car.
You
That's
should
cool.
you should name it RuPaul.
Okay, I'm in.
You know
It's
what I
gonna
mean?
be black and purple. No, I have black and purple. Damn.
That's a good joke, right?
Yeah,
Thanks.
but I'm really gonna make a RuPaul drag car now. It's
Yeah.
gonna have sparkles
There you
on it.
go.
I do
Yeah,
have that
dude.
mom van.
It needs to
That's
be
looking
excessive.
dope. Yeah.
You should put like makeup on the headlights. It goes way high up. You
No,
know?
I'm gonna put stickers that look like the eyelashes.
There you go. Yeah, perfect, man. And put like, I wish you could put some on top that's like hair. You know,
Like a
like
shark
crazy
fin.
hair. Yeah, or
That
something.
would be cool. That would be dope.
That'd be fun. Come on, Need for Speed, step it up.
Missing out. Holler at us. Are you playing? Have you played any more Need for Speed? Or
I played a little bit, but this week I was mostly playing Call of Duty when I got home. So, been a good time. Warzone's fun.
Warzone was fun.
They added a train.
I
You
saw
know
that. I saw that.
It's so cool, dude. So here's the move, because the train spawns at the same spot every game for some stupid reason. So what you do is you drop into the hospital, loot that for like 30 to 45 seconds, jump off that onto the train, and there's usually boxes on the train, and then you can just ride the train kind of north, and then there's like tunnels and shit where there's more boxes you can get off and kind of go from there. It's like a really good starting place.
Huh.
Yeah, and me and my friends have like jumped on there, and we're like, you look at the circle and you're like, well, we can take this train literally to the other side of the circle, and we'll just sit there for like 5 minutes and just ride the train. Like, why not? Just let other people kill each other.
I still haven't got a win, but I did get.
Really?
I got
Oh, that's so sad. I'm sorry.
number 3 in a solo run. For
Oh,
sure.
nice.
That was dope.
That's pretty good, dude.
Yeah, I was
Solo's
cleaning
hard.
up. It is hard, and it's scarier.
Yeah.
I put my headphones in. That shit's on full blast. I'm like, shh. I
There's-
hear footsteps.
Yeah, there's nobody to like bounce ideas off of. Like, should we go here?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah. They're like, hey, you want to go to that next building? It's like, oh, what if Everything's gone already. I'm
Yeah.
safe in this corner
Yeah.
right here in this restaurant.
Run out in the street, you just start getting peppered.
Yeah.
And there's no like revives.
No.
You're down, bro.
It's intense. It's scary.
Yeah.
But it's so fun. But I can only do like 2 or 3 at a time because I can't lose that many times. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Feed me a win. I don't know
It
if you're
does
gonna
get
put
rough.
me in a fucking bot lobby or
AI
something.
lobby.
Yeah.
And you're like, this guy hasn't won a game
Just don't
yet.
tell me. Have a couple of them drop shot. We're good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right.
Ugh. It's hard. It's so
Yeah,
hard.
It is. But
Need
I got
for-
a handful. I got my fair
Need for
share of
Speed has
wins.
gotten hard for me as well. I'm having to do a lot of races like 3 or 4 times now.
Yeah.
It-
So let me ask you this: when you're doing your races, how close are the recommended level
It's a fucking dice roll at this point.
for like? And what is yours at? Like,
Now mine is at 340.
holy fuck! And what are the races you're normally like? If you're like, I need to win a race for like a challenge.
Oh, for a I mean, probably 290.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So-
well under.
Yeah.
Because
yeah,
if
yeah.
you're like right at, if there's one that's like recommended 340,
yeah,
you're
if
gonna
I'm-
lose.
If I'm 20 over, I'm
Yeah.
probably gonna lose.
Right. Yeah, I've noticed that
If
too.
I'm 20 over, good chance I can't even touch the top 3.
Yeah. I've noticed that too.
And it's like, what is that even for now? Like, I have to
agree.
be 100 over to make sure I win.
I agree.
So there,
And with the drift ones, it's like I'll do those way under
yeah, for
because
sure.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be
Not even
fast.
slightly.
Yeah.
It just has to look cool, really.
Yeah. So it's kind of it's a weird system.
Yeah.
And it's I don't know.
And I don't know if it changes with the difficulty level. Like maybe the score bars go higher for drifts and things like that. But I think my original gripe of like this, it kind of scaling to your ability is showing more of its flaws later in the
Yeah.
game because. Like, I finished a race yesterday, and then I had to do 4 times. It was fucking maddening because it was like
Damn.
a 6-minute race.
Oh wow, yeah.
And
That gets-
I
ugh.
ended up finishing it maybe 6 minutes and 12 seconds and first place.
Wow.
And that wasn't the fastest I've done that. So do you see where, like, that doesn't make any sense? For me?
Yeah,
Like, I was like,
yeah.
I'm confused now.
Right.
Like, I raced my ass off, but I know I've done it like 6:03.
But it's
and
also
hit
like
5th place.
But it's also like how what if like if the AI fucks up? You know, that's like a random number generation. I feel like of like
Yeah.
whether or not they're gonna make their saving throws. You know?
I guess, but if that's the case, I should probably be top 3, and then that would make sense.
Here's what I noticed though: when I do races more than once, vehicles come around the same corners at the same times. Have you noticed that?
Yeah. Like
it's
they'll
like the
be
same.
in, especially if that happens a lot for me in a downhill where you can't really see around the hairpin, and like so there'll be an approaching car around that hairpin. It's like someone's gonna fuck up here.
Yeah, and it's like
Yeah.
and it's always there.
Yeah.
That's weird, right?
In that distance, there's always some kind of obstruction.
Right,
I
that's
agree.
weird.
I shouldn't say always, but a lot.
I wish it was more natural feeling. But like,
Yeah.
because now it's like, oh, no, I
But
know
if
this
you were
car
a
is
good
gonna
racer,
be here.
you wouldn't know, bro.
Exactly, but that's my point. And it's like, now if I've done it once, now I know. Oh, that car's gonna be there. I have to go out a little wider on this turn so that I miss it, and I can keep. You know, like that's not real racing. I mean, I guess that's video games, though. I guess.
Yeah.
Right. Like,
I guess, but I think we kind of feel the same way about different things. Like at this level of video games, that shouldn't be a thing. It is, and it has been, and we understand that like that kind of aspect
Right.
has been there. But we're at PlayStation 4, 5.
yeah.
like
yeah.
you should
It should
have,
be beyond that.
yeah. You should have something better encoded.
Yeah. That's what Grand
So-
Theft Auto did really good.
Yeah, making it feel
Real
natural.
and
Yeah,
like
That's-
the environment.
that's
was
why I
alive.
like the night version. I think a little more. It's harder, but it does feel more alive. Like when you race at night.
I agree with that.
That maybe it's because there's more variables to throw in, but it's harder to recreate an experience in night.
Riskier.
Yeah, that's it. You know. Plus the cops, sometimes those fuckers just spawn. You're like,
Dude,
hey man,
that
you weren't
shit-
even here.
They're really annoying. They're really hard to get rid of. And if you're above like a 2, heat level 2, good luck, dude.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Yeah. I guess
There was the one campaign mission where you had to like crash the cop, you know? And I had to do it like 3 times. because it was like
Oh.
it was so hard to just do damage. You have to wait till they're like going around a corner.
Yeah,
and it's
and
like,
really
well,
like try to fishtail, and you can't
right.
fishtail them. So it's
And how am I supposed to do that to a cop that's chasing me? You know, like it doesn't make
like,
sense.
you gotta hit jumps.
And yeah,
It's
that
funny. It's funny to watch them be on your ass and then just lose aerodynamics
Yeah.
in the middle of your jump. It's like, your car
What
sucked,
happened?
bro. Did you get hit by a drone?
well, they have a perp in the back, just throws the weight off.
Yeah.
Already caught one. I'm gonna go for two. Anyway, what else have you? Not what else, but what else do you like about the Tony Hawk?
The Tony Hawk, I again, the content, I think it's deep. There's a lot to kind of chew on that they've given you, a lot to just play with, a lot of things to do per level. I feel like there's more goals in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1, like in terms of like objectives per level than there were originally. Like they took all the best ideas from across the series and was like, let's just give it all to everything.
Yeah.
And so a lot of collectibles, a lot of things to do. The levels, even though I've played all of these levels over 100 times in my lifetime, feel brand new.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have enough like wall ride the bells kind of
I haven't done that one yet.
objectives.
I skipped that one. I was like, I know where one is.
But it's enough where it's like, oh, I have so much to do here. Like I know I can come back. And what I like about it is that the experience is enjoyable, but it's not deep. They're not trying to tell me some weird fucking like, here's your skater going through the X Games. And
Right.
Like, I don't have a narrative.
It's just a fucking skating
It's
game.
an arcade game.
Yeah.
It's what I wanted. That's at the beginning when you called it perfect. That's why I was hesitant, because it gave me exactly what I wanted that I already like. It didn't give me anything necessarily new, but it
But you don't need it.
exactly. I had to think like I don't.
Which is
for
why
this,
it's perfect.
I don't need it, and I agreed with your perfect. It is a perfect game.
I just unlocked Downhill Jam, and I'm really excited to play that one.
I'm gonna play it while you
I
do
don't
your thing.
think I played Tony Hawk 2. I don't
I did.
remember what. I mean, I might have played it a little bit, but not like
I don't
fully.
remember it to the point where like I know all their collectibles are.
right.
But like just hearing songs from 2, I'm like, oh, I know exactly what part of the school that is, and like it's cool, it's fun.
So you don't have to beat 1 to play 2, right?
No,
No. Okay.
no.
I just started from the beginning.
Yeah,
so-
why would you not?
I know, right? Have you tried like the ranked things? That scares me.
Not yet.
Anything that says ranked, I'm like,
Not yet. I'm running through it because I knew I needed content to do this, and
Yeah.
so I tried to collect as many things as possible in
Yeah.
the first one. So
Well,
I'm
do you
just
know what level
enjoying
you're
it.
at? That's what I'm trying to
I
do.
don't.
too. I got to 25 in the first night.
I like though.
It's
yeah,
quick.
that's what I was gonna say. I like that it just keeps happening. I
Yeah,
was like, I could just
yeah.
keep playing this game and I keep leveling up.
It's very rewarding.
It's great for me.
Yeah. And the level up thing, when you're like, if you level up in the session, it's like, boom.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa,
It's like
shit.
fucking when you level up in Call of Duty. It's
Yeah.
like, congratulations, you won 12 cents.
Dude, one of the most rewarding level ups was in World of Warcraft, because you would level up, right, and your character would, like, underneath it would like glow yellow, and it would swirl around it, and it would make this noise.
Would
and you're like,
everybody see it?
"Ooh." Yeah.
Dope.
And in the chat, you go ding, and then put what level you just hit, and they would go, congratulations. That
That's
was
pretty cool.
That was always fun.
That's
Yeah,
dope.
great community.
That's what was missing from like my PC first-person shooter community game. Like there was no real level up system in a first-person shooter. You know, there weren't ranks to play into back in like CS 1.6 days.
Or yeah, just like even the first Call of Duty, I feel like.
Yeah.
It was just
So,
like, go play.
To get ranks, you had like clan objectives of like, you know, someone, a senior clan member had to witness like this KDR. Or something.
Oh,
so it
wow.
was very like, this was this and this. But I wanted you to see that I was good. I need you to see
Yeah.
that I just got better or something.
Right.
I didn't have that. Unless you're in my clan, because then they'd put it on your signature on the bottom when you posted.
Ooh.
They would have mod only edits and stuff. You're like, oh, he's got this,
On
and this.
forums, dude.
It's fucking dude. I had so much fun on forums. It was great.
Forums helped me learn how to write basic computer code.
Oh,
Because I was
cool.
in like a computer class, like at a small like tech school in high school kind of thing, and the teacher, like, most of the class did like hardware, like A++ type shit, and I was like, I just want to code, and she was like, okay, well, here's a book. I was like, okay, that's fine. I like learning that way, so that's fine. So I would just sit there, headphones in, and just like try to write
You
Java or whatever the fuck.
nerd.
I fucking loved it, dude. It just got too complicated. But whenever I'd have a question, I went to this this website called, I think it was Dream in Code, and they had a forum there where people just ask coding questions, and it was separated by language and shit, so I could just go in and be like, what's up with this? Because there's like a lot of confusing shit in programming that, like, if you're not like figuring it out, it's like, oh, it's very complicated.
You have to do it.
It's nice to have
stay sharp
professionals or whatever.
That's cool. Yeah, the internet's good for that. Just like, if I don't have all the answers, but I can find it.
Right.
Yeah. So I like that independent aspect. I think maybe that's why I'm so independent. It's because I came up with the internet. It's like, if you're not going to give me the answers, I'll go find it.
Right.
So yeah.
I literally had professors in college that would be like, I want you to do this in this way. If you don't know how to do it, go look it up on YouTube. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, I'm not going to spend, and this was like a 400 level, maybe been 500 level class. And he was like, just go figure it out. I was like, okay. That's how I like to be treated, though. I'm an adult. I should be able to figure it out.
I'm also glad I'm paying you so much money for this.
He was great, though. He was one of my favorites. So
cool. Any closing statements? What did you enjoy? Do you recommend this game?
Yeah, 100%.
I think it's a deal.
My thumb is starting to callous, I think, because I use the D-pad on Tony Hawk. I don't know about you.
Same.
I try to use the stick. I'm like, this just isn't doing it for me. It's just not I feel like I have more control with the D-pad, so I'm having to get my thumb back in condition. So if you have gaming gloves, I would recommend that maybe.
Some blue blockers and gamer gloves.
Yeah, dude.
Fingerless, except at the thumb.
Maybe you just wear, what are they, a thimble?
Oh.
Like if you have like a rubber thimble,
it would be called a gamer wrap or something.
Yeah, they'd come up with something stupid. But it's just it's a Monopoly piece, Like, that's all it is. So yeah, no, I absolutely recommend it, especially for the price. They are smart. They're like, we're not going to charge $60. It's $50 for the deluxe edition, bro.
Yeah.
And there was like a beyond that edition that came with like a skateboard, like a deck or some shit. So
and we would have gotten it had we had money.
Yeah, what was that like? And that was only like $80 bucks. It wasn't even that much. Yeah.
It was a steal.
Yeah.
So
but it was good.
Gameboiz, 2 thumbs up.
Create your skater. Yeah, absolutely. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. I'm going to go 9.8 out of 10.
Fair enough. Just the multiplayer is weak. Oh, did I talk more about?
Briefly.
But like, okay, so one more thing about the multiplayer is that what's nice about it is once you get in it, it's like you complete that 2 minutes of this was the game mode, and then it's like, okay, you have 45 seconds to do whatever, and then this is going to start again, but with a different game mode. So it was like with the same lobby. So it wasn't like play one, get out, find another lobby, play again. It was like so if you wanted to just knock it out, it's very easy to do that.
Dope.
Yeah.
Dope. I'm in then. I didn't even touch it
yet.
Yeah,
I still would like a free skate.
Yeah.
Where like I could just go to any fucking any park with my friends, like 3 of us, and just skate around and like, hey, let's see who can do the coolest trick off this ramp.
Yeah,
and just spend 30 minutes doing that. I don't want to do 2 minutes at a time. I don't know. It's just weird. So maybe, I don't know, maybe they'll add shit, for what it is on release. I'm happy.
Yeah, I have no gripes really about it.
Yeah.
My only one is that control pad thing, but that's not a problem.
Yeah.
I'm just being weird.
Yep.
I'm being weird. He's being regular. We have been Gameboiz. Thank you guys for listening to another episode. Follow him at the Slim Henderson, at the Slim Henderson. I am at the George F. Go to our website at thebuddysystem.co for more information. Thank you for listening. Rate, comment, subscribe, stick your finger in your butt. We love you. Bye.
Hey, listen.
Hadouken!